What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Geek Boutique podcast. My name is JS. We are the Geeks and Company. Well, some of the Geeks.
The Geeks and
Company. A minority of Geeks and Company. You know, with Jeff being at Toronto FANExpo. That's right. It is Thursday. What are we? August 21st, first day of Toronto FANExpo. We are going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But although Messiah's not here, Mr. Roberto, the bad guy,
taking up. Buddy. I'm doing good, man. I am filling in the top spot for Jeff today. Mm-hmm. You think we're gonna? Jeff is. Anyone's seen Jeff? Tell him I said hi. But I wonder if we're gonna see him today. Think he's gonna drop in? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he might drop in. I have a feeling that he's probably at Steam Whistle by now. And he's about, I would say, about an hour to bedtime.
To bedtime. His first post of the day, and I think his only post of the day, was just like, FANExpo, day one. And it's just him at Steam Whistle, right?
Oh, there we go. Geek Pool DR is saying, Jim's having too much fun at FANExpo.
Yeah, we know. I'm sure.
Yeah, we... Listen, not having to, we don't have a booth, right? So we don't have to be there every day. We don't have to be there for opening. We don't have to load the day before. FANExpo's a big, large con, and I'm not gonna lie, it's nice that we're able to just do our thing, to just go and have fun, and when we want to go, and so Jeff is still there all weekend. I don't know if Megan's gonna show up at all. I know. Who's saying that? Keith is saying, I doubt Jeff has left.
Yeah, he's probably still there.
I wouldn't be surprised. So we will be there on Saturday. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm in my new digs.
Yes.
So obviously there's nothing behind me right now.
Is this gonna be your new permanent room?
This is my new permanent spot. Now it's gonna get set up and all that, but yes, this is my new permanent spot.
Nice.
So yeah, I can't wait to build the prop shop. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna take me a while to get back up and running. We are buried in boxes, literally buried in boxes. So yeah, we'll see. Well. Cutie in the chat. What's up, losers? I came all this way and you're not here. Rude. We will be there Saturday, and I promise we're going to come by and see you guys. I promise we're going to come by and see you guys on Saturday. But yes, Jeff is there. So if you've not seen Jeff today, well, that's because you haven't been to Steam Whistle.
Yeah. You haven't actually been to the con, which is in fact over at Steam Whistle.
Look at that. Well. He is a Steam Whistle.
How do I turn it? I don't know how to turn the camera.
Jeffrey, my boy.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
We can see that. Oh, and you're wearing your
Can you see that? I don't even know.
Look at that.
I can't see you now. I had to turn my phone around because I don't know how to flip the camera. So.
Oh, fantastic! That's genius. Hey, listen, bud. How's day one been, other than the Steam Whistle?
Yes. I think we spent we spent an hour at Steam Whistle. Or sorry, we spent an hour at the con, and now we're at Steam Whistle. Liz, Pippa, Michael.
Big hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Judy just said, "Ha, I'm heading that way now."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how has that one been? I mean, for the 1 hour you were there.
Yeah, maybe collectively an hour at the con and 3 hours at Steam Whistle. No, I think 2. Oh, 2 hours. All right, 2 hours. Yeah.
So have you had the chance to walk the floor a little bit? Like what's going on?
Yeah, we did. We hit both the north and the south buildings. We went and saw the Paramount exhibit. Liz and I were wearing Star Trek, so we got pictures with the Paramount exhibit. They've got a ride this year. It's like a gondola ride where it's like a 4D thing where they present their different things for Paramount Plus, but they spray you with water, you actually get wet. So you got to be careful if you're going to be in cosplay. Don't go on the Paramount ride in the South Building. But yeah, I mean, it's not terribly busy in there, so it's not if this was the day to do it, it would be today. But yeah, it's gonna get worse before it gets better for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be massive lineups on Saturday.
But our boy Kenny's here. For the fans, the faithful there, I did get some contact information about possibly running an event here at Steam Whistle, so that we can get an event in Toronto. So we're gonna reach out to some of the people that run Steam Whistle for their events and see if we can get something going here too. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Very, very initial stages. We're still trying to figure stuff out, but they seem excited to work with us, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
It is a natural fit. It is a natural fit.
Sure is.
Yeah. Like the second I walked in today, I wasn't even in costume, but the guy behind the bar was immediately like, I know who you are. Like they knew immediately that we were the costume people that come here twice a year, every year. So the fact that we already have a rapport with them might be good for us to set something up, right? So we'll see. Yeah. Another pickled egg. We've been eating pickled eggs and beer nuts and stuff. We're they? Yeah. Yes. We all had pickled eggs. They were delicious.
Jeffrey, who's all there? Who have you seen? Oh, there's Liz in the chat.
Table. Yeah, at the table, it's myself, Michael, Liz, and Pippa. Richard was here briefly earlier. He stopped in for a pint. Christina is with us. She's on booth duty from 6 to 7.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's we're just trying to figure out dinner at this point. I don't think we're gonna go back into the con, but we're definitely gonna go get some food and head back to the hotel. So I just wanted to check in with you guys and see what you're doing, but I'm gonna go back to drinking beer and being an idiot. So
well, we appreciate you dropping in, buddy.
yeah, of course.
You know, I'm
love you guys.
He's gonna hear me louder, but
bye, everybody. To the people. Bye. Bye.
Have a great weekend,
Saturday.
We'll see you on Saturday. Yeah, exactly.
It's probably for the best that he left. Yeah.
That's hilarious, though, right? Like, how right were we that the day was mostly spent at Steam Whistle? Jeff, we love you, buddy. So predictable, but that's okay.
We've only been here, I don't know, 3 hours.
Geekpool saying, hope to run into you all on Saturday. I think maybe we're going to try to do some posting during the day. I want to do more on the social media side of things. And I think we need to take advantage of these cons and stuff to actually do that. When we have a booth, we're so busy, we don't have time to film video and make content, right? So I want to do some of that this weekend. So if you follow the Geeks and Co. Instagram story, you're going to know where we're about throughout the day, right? I think we're going to start the day in the north building, spend a little bit of time there, then head to the south building. And then after that, I mean, who knows? Yeah. Who knows where that goes from there?
Yeah, there's a lot to do there.
Geekpool saying, then hanging with the TO Ghostbusters. Yeah, we'll come by and check you guys out. I would assume.
Do they have the giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in there? Because they weren't allowed to do that. I remember that Comic-Con one year, they set it up and they're like, it's right in the way. Like, you got to take it down. I'm just curious. Do they have it fully blown up inside the convention?
I don't know. I mean, they had it blown up at VonCon, but whether
it was outside though, right?
It was outside. You're right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Geekpool, let us know. Do they have
find out
Marshmallow Man up? That thing's awesome.
Oh, it's so cool.
I remember the first time we saw it when we pulled up at was it HeartCon, and we're driving up and we could see the big giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like, oh my god, what the fuck?
I think HeartCon's over there.
He's saying they'll have a car. I don't know what else, but they will have the cop from Ghostbusters 1.
The cop.
Level 600. Oh, so they're going to be on level 600 this year. So that's one of the interim levels when you're going down the escalator.
Right.
Because I believe the bottom is 700 or 800, totally at the bottom.
Yeah.
Anyway,
cool.
We weren't going to talk about FANExpo right away. We do have a little bit of news, although it's been pretty light on the news front this week, actually the last couple of weeks. But let's do it. It's time for the news. It's the news, or at least 2 pieces of news anyway. added a couple of other things in there that were just why not, but there's not really anything going on. There is the new Fallout Season 2 trailer. The show's releasing December 17th. I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very, very honest. I didn't even get through the first season. I kind of dropped halfway through the first season. Stuff was going on, and I just never got back to it. So I don't even know where it went past the midpoint. Great, but I still have to watch the first part. So this one's I don't have any skin in this game. But did you have? I'm assuming you've seen the trailer. You put this one on the list. So.
I did, yeah. And I saw the trailer. It looks pretty good. I watched all of the first season. Mm-hmm. I really liked it. A lot of people liked it. The second season looks really interesting, action packed. It got me excited. So yeah, December 17th. That's coming out. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Fallout, which I know a lot of you guys are.
For sure.
Go check it out. It'll be a good one. You know, I was about to say, man, we don't have a lot of people in the chat tonight, but that's because everybody's a fucking FANExpo.
Yeah.
We, it is what it is. This is probably going to be a shorter one, guys.
It's going to be a shorter one for sure.
It's going to be a shorter one. It's a con weekend. You know, we're going to be at the con as well. We're probably going to try to do at least a quick live from there of some sort. So this might be a little bit of a shorter one. But for those of you guys that are watching, you fucking rock. There's a bunch of new games that have been announced this week, and actually, a couple of trailers have come out. First of all, the Halloween game. Now, I want to say this: when the announcement trailer started, I was like, "Is this like a remastered version of the movie?" I was like, "What am I watching here?" And it's not until the girl runs out the door that I realized that, oh, wait a second, this is a video game.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this one. I don't know about you, but this one, I'm not even a video gamer, right? I'm a board and dice, and I play tabletop games. This, though, looks dope as hell.
Yeah, for sure. There was a little blurb at the beginning of the video, a disclaimer saying like not actual like game footage. But yeah, no, and it looks like it's
that'll be a cutscene, right, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Story mode and multiplayer.
Ooh.
So I'm interested to see how the multiplayer works on that, right? Like, do you play Victim and Michael? Do you play like what character do you play from? How does that work? So,
and I wonder if it's going to be like a room-based system where each room is its own world, and then in each room there's one Michael, and then there's a bunch of victims, and they do it. What was the name of that game where you have to figure out who the killer is?
Clue?
No. The video game where, the killer's pretending to be one of the person, and then you gotta, they were little astronauts. Anyway, I think it's going to be that style of game. I would assume it's going to be that style of a gameplay, right? Where you have to interact and chat with people, and you never know when the killer is going to come and get you, and you have to get away, right?
Right.
At least Among Us. Thank you, Tiffany.
See?
I like that people get me. I know I'm a weirdo. I like that the other
like with the little astronauts. I'm like, what the talking about?
Among Us. Thank you, Tiffany. So Halloween. If you've not seen the announcement trailer, go check it out. It looks really cool. It makes it feel like the original trailer for the original movie. It looks dope. Also, Star Trek Voyager: Across the Unknown. I couldn't find a lot of information on this. Were you able to read anything about this? I looked into it quickly. It's just an announcement. There's not a whole lot.
I think it's an announcement. So going on right now over in Germany is Gamescom. And so they're announcing, that's why all these games are coming out today. They're over there announcing like this is coming out and that's coming out and that's coming out. So I don't know much, but I did see a post that there's a new Star Trek game coming out.
Yeah.
Voyager, what is it called? Voyage into the Unknown?
Across the Unknown.
Across the Unknown. I put that in there because I thought that would get your attention.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out any kind of information on to where is it set as far as timeline. Are there any actual voice actors coming? I would assume so. Like, if you're going to make it a Voyager title, you would assume that the original voice actors are coming back, at least like the bridge crew. You know what I mean? Or
yeah.
because all of them are still active, right? They're all still doing stuff. They're all still acting. So some of them, they don't do much, but they're all still around. So we'll see. And I know Jeff is gonna rib me about this because Voyager was absolutely not my favorite Star Trek. It's definitely not as bad as STD, as I like to call it, Star Trek Discovery. Because that was just on another level. But Voyager, it was okay. It was good enough for me to watch it. Like, you know what I mean? I watched all of Voyager regardless.
So did I.
It wasn't my favorite, but I didn't hate it. I wasn't a big fan of Kate Mulgrew. I didn't really get her character. She was mean for no reason, I found sometimes. And then when 7 of 9 comes on board, all of a sudden she's all motherly and shit. And it's like, okay, like what? Like anyway, whatever. I'm not here to talk about Star Trek right now. This is not our Into the Stars segment, but oh, is it gone? Oh no, there it is. Why the hell not? Oh, I love these cheap animations, bud. They make me laugh so hard. Yeah. We're going to talk more Star Trek and more Star Wars in the coming weeks. Ahsoka Season 2 is coming out shortly. We got a trailer for Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which I'm not 100% sure what to think about it. It's a follow-up to Discovery, to STD. But anyway...
is it animated or is it a live action?
No, it's a live action show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a live action show. You've got some of the people from Discovery that are going to be on this show. So yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see what it looks like. I mean, visually it looks gorgeous. The trailer anyway makes it look even better than Discovery. But we'll see. We'll see see
how the writing goes.
Like. We'll see how the writing goes. The writing was the downfall of Discovery for me, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The other video game that was launched and announced is Lego Batman: A Legacy of the Dark Knight. Have you guys seen that trailer? If not, go check it out, because I'm not like a Lego Batman or a Lego game fan, period. I've played a couple of them. They're okay. They're fun for what they are. Some people are like crazy into these games. This one will take you through events from all the different Batman movies. So you drive the Tumbler from The Dark Knight. You drive the Batmobile from the Batman. There's stuff taken out of a bunch of different pieces of Batman movie history. It looks really cool. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish this was a movie versus a game. Kind of wish this was a Lego Batman movie that went through all these things.
Yeah.
But, if you're a fan of video games, again, I'm not a big video gamer, so I don't have much skin in this one, but the trailer looks pretty cool, and this is one game that kind of makes me want to play. I'm not gonna lie.
When I saw this in the in our little thing here, I went and looked at. I thought it was a movie, to be honest with you. So I went looking for the trailer, and then I watched it, and I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't a movie. This is a game.
Yeah,
but it does look very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. The other two, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I just added because there was not much going on this week. I haven't watched Severance. I don't even. I think it might be on Apple TV, so I don't get Apple TV. So but actor Tremel Tillman from Severance apparently joined the cast of Spider-Man: Brand New Day. And they're making it sound like this could be like a big or more than just a cameo, right? Like this is going to be an actual supporting role somehow. We don't know. There's no news on who he's playing or what's going on, but they're announcing a bunch of casting for this movie. Have you been following any of the casting so far?
I haven't been, but do we think he's playing a villain? Because I thought I saw like it's hard to figure out what's rumors and what's actual credible, but it looks like they plan on having quite a few villains in this movie. Or I saw a rumor that they were planning to have like a montage at the beginning of it of Spider-Man fighting all kinds of different street level villains. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a lot of these announcements about joining the cast, and it could be like a bunch of different villains that they have a short scene in, right?
Yeah, you might be right. Sony, for as long as I can remember, for as long as they've been making Spider-Man movies, have been talking about wanting to make a Sinister Six movie. We've been talking about it forever, right? So I think they might finally be gearing towards that. I think they're going to be introducing as many villains as they can in this movie, like you said, in a 20-minute scene where he fights like 10 different villains. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's going to introduce all these villains that they're then going to pick out the Sinister Six out of and potentially make that the next thing. Because I heard that this was the beginning of a new trilogy.
Really?
Of movies.
Is it good? You think is Tom Holland signed? I guess he must be, right? If
they made another one,
if they made another one with him,
right?
Yeah.
So my understanding is that this is potentially a brand new trilogy of movies that's going to be a little bit more separate from the MCU. So not that he's not part of the MCU anymore, but they're going back towards doing more of their thing. And he's going to be, like you said, more of the street level Spider-Man and separate from everything else that's going on. Now, is there any truth to that? Is this going to be another setup for like Secret Wars, where there are going to be more villains from different dimensions? And like, are we playing that game again? I don't know. I hope not. That's getting a little old, I think, but I don't know.
We will see.
We'll see what happens. And then finally, there is a fucking Archie movie in the works. Directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Well, in this case, they're producing the movie. Do we need an Archie movie? That's something that people actually are like.
Isn't
asking
there a
for.
show? Isn't there a show
called Riverdale that they did like the CW versions of Archie, right? Like the hot and edgy teenage young adult.
Yeah,
Riverdale.
You would have to do that to sell the Archie show.
So why are they now making a movie? Is this going to be more of a classic return? Is this going to be like I don't know.
Hollywood is creatively bankrupt right now, so they are just trying to make money any way they can.
Yeah, it's funny how it seems, and again, we're not in their books, right? So we don't really truly know how much money these guys are making with any of these movies, but it feels like most movies are losing money these days. Like they're making these big ass crazy like $400 million budget movies that are barely making like $500 and $600 million at the box office. How are they making money on these movies? Especially when you consider people like, oh yeah, but JS, you're not taking into account all the merchandising and the toys and the this and the that and the what merch?
Yeah, right? Where?
What merch?
The toy stores keep closing down. There's no merch.
Where do you see Spider-Man and Superman movie toys? Right? Like you go to friggin' Walmart, there's like a tiny little section of Star Wars toys where, even like 5 or 6 years ago, but just before Disney bought out Star Wars, bought out Lucasfilms, you had 2 full aisles of Star Wars toys. Now it's reduced to this, and Toys R Us are closing in the U.S. Well, they're all gone in the U.S. Like, where is this merch? Like, what are they making money off of? I don't understand, right? It's weird what's going on in the movie industry, and I have a feeling we may get a bit of a shift. If they keep losing money, we're going to get a shift in how they make movies. They have to.
I think
so.
I
don't understand how they keep going like this.
I don't understand either, but I think we're long overdue for a shift in how they make movies. And I think I'm okay with that because if you go back to that Michael Myers game that we were talking about earlier, even I don't know if you noticed, but even in how they film the beginning of it, it's the exact same font. It's the exact same kind of like logo as the original movie.
Yeah.
Right. And the screen even like it shakes a little bit. Right.
Yeah. To make it look like
To make it look. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a cheap, like that's getting cool again. And you don't have to have special effects to get that effect on movie taking. Like that's a way you can cut costs and shoot movies the way you used to. Without hundreds of millions of dollars in special effects, tell better stories, go back to
I think
practical effects, right?
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head here. Tell better stories, right? I think Hollywood needs to be able to tell good stories. If you're telling a shitty story, I don't care what your movie is about, people aren't going to go see it. And you can cry this and you can cry racism and sexism and all this stuff about your movie, but at the end of the day, if you're not writing a good movie, people aren't going to watch it.
See, Steve in the chat here, merch is now skins on video games, and that's so painfully accurate. It hurts.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
But who makes money off of that?
EB Games or not EB Games? Whoever, I don't know, who is Steam?
Right? Like
Fortnite?
Are they paying a license to be able to make these skins that you're then going to use in video games?
Oh, I'm sure they are. Chump change, bud. Chump change. We're all now the people from Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Hollywood's I think is in trouble, and I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more small budget movies. These big blockbusters, we're gonna see less and less of them. I think.
And I'm
okay. So it's digital merch. It's collaboration between the games themselves and the IP that provides it. Yeah, I mean, and that's fair. Tiffany's saying Fortnite charged like $40 just for the Joker skin. Like, that's insane.
That's crazy. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, like that's insane. But I guess that's where it's at, right? I mean, we've been saying it for a while. Video games is where it's at, and I don't play video games, so they're not getting my money is the problem, right? I suppose, but who do they care? What do they care if they're getting that kind of dough, right? $40 for a fucking skin.
Is what it is.
That's anyway. And that's it for the news. Yeah, it's a really late week for the news, but you know what time it is, though.
Community news. It is indeed time for the community news. And what kind of news would be bigger than FANExpo is back? Thursday, day one of FANExpo. I'm interested to know from people in the chat, if you were there today, how did it go? What's super cool to see? That Paramount booth that Jeff was talking about with a ride in it, that's new. That's
we're gonna have to check that out. Yeah,
gonna get wet there. Like he was a little too inebriated to explain what that's all about, but I want to know what that's all about. Yeah, it looks bigger than ever. It's been hard to keep track of everything going on there because it seems like they've got an explosion of things going on there. Like to me, it seems like they got a lot more going on there than they ever have in the last 5 years, certainly.
Yeah, it feels like it's bigger than ever. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see when we get there, but from the floor plans and the stuff we're hearing, this is going to be a big one this year.
Yeah.
So good for them. I mean, hopefully they do well. Hopefully the vendors do well. At the end of the day, if the vendors don't do well, they don't come to FANExpo. If the vendors don't come to FANExpo, they don't have a show. So hopefully the vendors do well. But they typically do. The cost of spending the weekend there is realistically not that bad if you've got any kind of a decent product. You'll make some decent money. Mm-hmm. By the way, our friend Stephanie, Red Moon Glassworks, I noticed in the chat earlier saying she was just popping in to say hi. She is at FANExpo. She does have her booth there. I believe our friend Debbie, Darkly Designed, also has her booth there at FANExpo.
Artist Alley, yep.
An Artist Alley. She always does well. It's a good convention if you're a vendor, for sure, because the amount of people that go through there is like nothing else we have here in Canada.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, remember that one year that we came back and they were coming around to the booths, to the different exhibitors and saying, don't leave the building, because if you leave, you may not be able to come back in. Remember that?
Yep.
Like when I went back and I forget what year it was, but I Googled the numbers and they were reporting 180,000 people in that building throughout that weekend.
Yeah, and even if like
180,000 people. That's almost 4 times the Sky Dome.
wow, that's a lot of people.
It's almost 4 times the Sky Dome.
That's why there's no sitting room there.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of people that go through the halls of FANExpo. So, yeah, the vendors do well. So, or they typically do anyway. I know there were some years where, people get stingy and they don't want to spend too much money. And, I'm sure there are years that are better than others. But yeah, they're doing well. Or I hope they're going to do well this year.
Yes. It looked a little slow in some of the pictures that we're seeing today, but it is Thursday. So if you're shopping, it's probably a great day to go.
Yeah, today is the good day to actually go and see everything because there's a lot less people, right? So you don't have to wait in lines. Saturday, the lines are going to be ridiculous. I don't care what booth or what attraction you're going to. If you're trying to get on that Paramount ride, you're going to wait in a line. You may not wait forever, but you're going to wait in a line on Saturday. It's for sure. But today, you can probably just walk right in.
Yep.
Geekpool saying Jeff got moists. Keith is saying, "Oh God, now I'm humming along the theme." The theme to what? Oh well, okay. There you go. That works. Perfect. It's catchy, man. It's catchy. Yeah. I'm telling you, Silky. She knows the score. If you are going to FANExpo this weekend in the hopes of meeting one of the guests, there have been a number of cancellations. Okay. There's a lot of great guests, but a lot of people have also been canceling. A lot of people have been sick, and a lot of people are putting the excuse on the whole
Air Canada strike,
which I'm sure has affected some of it. I know for a fact they were announcing that a lot of these guests are just sick. And I'll tell you right now, in my office, like a ton of people are sick right now. So I don't know what's going around, but it is what it is. It happens every year. We'll go through the list quickly of the guests that are still going and the guests that have canceled. So Michael J. Fox is still there. First, the guests that are still going: Michael J. Fox, Ewan McGregor, Haley Steinfeld, William Shatner. Like I was saying earlier, I might actually, if you got nothing better to do, try to go meet Bill over here.
Billy Schatz.
Christopher Lloyd, Mary Steinbergen, Tom Welling, Mike Tyson, Daphne Keane, John Boyega, Mason Thames, Brandon Routh. They have a lot of good guests this year. Tyler Hoechlin. I never know how to pronounce his name. He's Superman. He's in Teen Wolf. I know him from Teen Wolf. I haven't seen Superman and Lois. I know I suck, but I don't get that channel, so I didn't get to watch it. I'll have to pirate it one day. Catherine Tate from Doctor Who, Heather Locklear, Bitsy Tulloch from Superman and Lois as well. Peggy the dog. Didn't we meet Peggy the dog at a con?
I think we've seen Peggy the dog at one of the cons in the past.
I feel like we've met Peggy the dog. Bob Gale, creator of Back to the Future, is going to be there. So there's a big group of Twilight actors that are there. Ashley Green, Peter Fasinelli, Kellen Lutz, Kellen Lutz, Jackson Rathbone, sorry, and then Ron Perlman. Now we're gonna stop here for a second because our good boys, Jeff and Richard, they're gonna be doing Hellboy and Cronin on Friday. I think it's on Friday.
I think it's Friday
tomorrow. So they're gonna try to go meet Mr. Ron Perlman here in Hellboy and Cronin. So hopefully they get some pictures because that'll be pretty cool. George Newbern, Sting, the wrestler, Kristen Kruk, Erica Durance, Laura Vandervoot, all from Smallville. David Gintoli. See, I haven't watched Grimm either. I hear it's a pretty good show, but I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it, no.
Claudia Wells from Back to the Future. James Tolkien, who I thought had passed away. I'm not going to lie. When I saw him on the list, I was like, wait, what? I thought he was dead. Apparently, he's not.
Apparently not. Yeah.
Mandeep Gill from Doctor Who, Dante Bosco, who we got
Rufio.
a chance to interview at London Comic Con last year. That was awesome.
Yes.
Dave Jones, Hudson Thames, Michael Cudlitz, who's Lex Luthor on Superman and Lois, and Omid Abathi. Now, he's on The Mandalorian. Now, in this list, all the cancellations are at the bottom. Do we want to go just through the guests first, the celebrity guests who have canceled first? Might as well do that. Cancellations: Aidan Scott, Jodie Whittaker, the Doctor herself, Leah Thompson, Tim Daly, Juliette Lewis, and Trish Stratus have all canceled. I know for a fact a couple of these are just sick. I actually saw posts about it. So none of these folks are there. If you had autograph sessions, sign with them. Contact FANExpo. I believe you can actually go to the counter when you get there as well. You can get a refund if you've already paid for it. Yeah, celebrity guests. There's a lot of guests this year. A lot of good guests this year.
Tons of guests. I thought there was more cancellations than there actually was, so that's not too bad.
Whoops, I screwed that one up. Animated voice guests. Dante Bosco, Erica. You know what? I don't know any of these people. Well, George Newbern. Greg Baldwin. Should I try to name them? Should I play that game? Let's try to name. I wish I had a little intro for that.
Try to name them.
Try to name the names. Dante Bosco, Erica Henningsen, Blake Roman, Amir Talai, Jack DeCina, Richard Horvitz. I hope you guys are laughing if I'm screwing some of these up.
I think it's pretty straightforward so far.
Saying, he's not dead, you slacker. Well, clearly he's not dead. He's on the list. That's why I was surprised when I saw him. I, for some reason, in my mind, thought I had seen something about him passing away a couple years ago. Alex Brightman, George Newbern, Greg Baldwin, Michael Jill Murphy, Erica Lynn Beck, Bryce Pinkham, Hudson Thames, which we named earlier, Morgan Ignis, Michael Rosenbaum. Really? Why is he not up there in the Smallville lists? That's weird. Adrian Huff, Allison Seeley Smith, Allison Court, Cal Dodd. We got to meet Cal Dodd at London Comic Con last year as well. We got to do an interview. It's live on our Geeks and Co channel. Go check it out. Actually, it's a pretty good interview. He's quite the guy. Catherine Disher, George Bouza, who we also got to interview at London Comic Con. Man, there's a lot of people in this list we've interviewed at London Comic Con last year. Lenore Zahn, David Kay, Devin Mack, Faye Mata, Haley Steinfeld. She's in Arcane.
Yeah, I just looking at this list, I was the same thing. I'm like, what? I didn't know she was in Arcane.
I didn't know that. Mila Lee and Omid Abathi, who we named earlier. And then cancel guests, Christina V and Vivian Nixon Williams. Anime guests. I feel like we've named all these names already. Yuri Lowenthal, David Matranga, Tia Ballard, Jad Saxton. You guys know any of these guys? Kyle Phillips, Damian Haas. I mean, you must. A lot of you guys are into anime. JS spreading fake news live. Well, hey, listen, it's not fake news. I just thought it was. Rosie was the celebrity guest list, but he is also known for Justice League. I mean, he is. I'm just not sure why he wasn't it. If you're saying he was, I must have missed him. But Jack Broadbent, Justin Huxley, Matthew Sussman, Mila Lee. Maybe I've named all these people. Peter Capella, Sonny Strait, Tara Platt, and Terry Hawks. And then again, Christina V and Todd Habercorn. Gaming stars. Woof, I don't know any of these people. Troy Baker. Actually, I know Troy Baker. Neil Newborn, Andrew Wincott, Ashley Green, Damian Haas, Dave Jones. A lot of these names we've already named. Actually, all of these people we've already named. Michael Rosenbaum again. Yeah, so a lot of guests at this con this year. Comic creators. There we go. This is the fun one because we got to. Jim Lee is there this year. So is Jeff Loeb. Oh, well, that sucks.
I got that. Right here. Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb.
Yeah. Jason Aaron, Bob Gale, James Tinian the fourth. Not sure. Arthur Adams, Mark Cicchetto. I don't know. Simon Bianchi, Mark Brooks, Michael Cho, John Tyler Christopher, Chris Condon, Dennis Cohen, Mike Del Mundo, Simon D. Mayo, Mitch Gerards, Michael Golden. Again, I don't know a lot of these artists. Klaus Jansen, Ken Lashley.
You're going to be reading this list for like 45 minutes. It's
Kale
quite,
New. Yeah,
long.
there's a lot. You know what? I'm not going to go down this whole list.
No.
I think the big ones clearly on this list, being right at the top here, Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I bought The Long Halloween at VonCon last week or 2 weeks ago. And I read through it. And let me tell you something. I had read it when I was a kid. So my buddy I think I told this story before. My buddy used to he used to go to the comic book store every week, and he would have his comic books prepped for him, right? Kind of like Keith does, right? You go to the comic book store and you go pick up the books for the week, right? So every week I would go with him, and this is one of the series that he would get. So I got to read it as it was happening in 1990. What did we say it was?
6, I think.
96, whatever it was. So I got to read through it as it was happening and as it was coming out. And it was okay, but when you get to read it back to back in one story, dude, there's a lot of connecting points that I didn't remember. There were a lot of things that I didn't really catch. Reading it now versus reading it back then felt like a completely different story, and it's dope as hell. If you've not read The Long Halloween since it came out like in the 90s, go pick up the full story in one book, in one graphic novel, and read through that. Amazing freaking story.
You're gonna have to lend it to me because
you can read it.
Hush, and
sure.
I'm itching for some more. So
yeah. And what's cool about The Long Halloween is there are a lot of bits from that story that were taken to create other Batman media, specifically in movies. Like, you're going to find a lot of common themes that you've seen in some of the Batman movies in this book. Like, for example, how Harvey Dent becomes Harvey Dent. Right.
It's pulled from that story.
It's pulled from this story, right? Except it wasn't the Joker. It was, this new villain that I don't want to spoil if you've not read it. So, yeah. So those are the guests, guys. Another thing I wanted to look into quickly, I'm going to hide this one and I'm going to share a new one. The cosplay guests. There's actually all of these cosplay guests this year. I don't know at all. Did you recognize any of these names?
There was only, I think, one I recognized. That was Gravel Road Cosplay. You know what? Some are like from the Toronto area, and some are like from the States and stuff. Right?
Yeah,
so
I don't know where they're from. I don't know any of these cosplayers, and I think that's awesome. I think this is what FANExpo should do more of. Bring cosplayers from Toronto to other cities, and other cities cosplayers to Toronto. And do you know what I mean? They should do more of that because it gets us to discover these sometimes amazing freaking artists, right? So the featured cosplayers for FANExpo Canada 2025. A Strange Crow, Gabby Cosplay, Gravel Road Cosplay, Perry the Catapus, which is hilarious because I love Perry the Platypus. I actually am looking into potentially maybe one day doing I don't know if you've seen the guy in the suit, but as Perry the Platypus. Anyway, I'm looking into that. No. Tinkering Pixie, Vegas Cause, and I don't know how to pronounce this. Odfell. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm gonna say it.
Now, all of these cosplayers are going to have workshops and what do you call them? Panels. And stuff like that throughout the weekend. A couple that are worth mentioning. For one, Odfell, this last one that we're looking at here, is having the panel's called Cost Posting, a cosplayer's guide to social media. Now, I know for a lot of cosplayers, Sure, we love to cosplay, but we love to show off what we do on social media, and we love to be able to grow our social media to get more people seeing what we do. This is going to be one of those great panels that if you want to learn more about social media and how to integrate some of your cosplay stuff within your social media, check out this panel. It's on Sunday. It's at 1:45 p.m. I know Sunday is sometimes hard. A lot of people don't go on the Sunday, but if you are going all weekend, or if you happen to be there on Sunday, go check out this panel. Another one that seems really cool is from Gravel Road Cosplay. So let me bring him back up here a little bit so we can actually see him. There we go. Now you can see everybody. Gravel Cosplay, Sunday as well at 12:45 p.m. Oh, I should have mentioned Workshop Room 1. I believe those are at the back. When you come down the escalators, you can either go left or right to go down the hallways. But there are also hallways at the back, specifically on the left. And those, I believe, are where some of those workshop rooms are going to be. North building. I believe they're going to be in the north building. Now, some of those could be in the south building. 701B. You know what? Sorry. Never mind. That's the south building.
That's a south building, yeah.
Yeah, 701B is the south building. So, Gravel Road Cosplay. Press your seams. Introduction to sewing for cosplay. Now, I know for a fact that sewing is the downfall of a lot of cosplayers. We're not all professional friggin' seamstresses here in this chat, like some of our friends, including, where is she? Is she still in the chat? Where's Misty? Ashley you should see the cosplays that she made for her and her friends for Otakuton last week. They crunched like mad, and they made group cosplay of 5 people. It was dope as hell. She sewed it all. We don't all know how to sew, and I know for a fact, for many of us, our downfall as cosplayers is the sewing part.
Yeah.
Check this out: Gravel Road Cosplays, Introduction to Sewing for Cosplay, Sunday, August 24th, 12:45 p.m. Also, Workshop Room 1. Actually, it looks like they're all. No, they are not. The next one is Tinkering Pixie. This one's on Saturday, August 23rd at 11 a.m. Body Painting 101. Now, I actually looked her up, and Tinkering Pixie is somebody that does a lot of body painting. If you're into that type of stuff, if you want to transform yourselves without necessarily having to do these intricate costumes, this one could be pretty dope. I don't know anything about body painting. I don't really know anything about makeup. When I do my freeze makeup, I don't even like my makeup because I don't really know how to properly do my makeup. This is going to be a good one. Again, if you do any kind of makeup work, go check this out. This is probably going to get you some really good tips. This one is also in Workshop Room 1. Room 1. It's that time of night, but let's keep drinking.
I also know nothing about makeup. I would probably... Putting on the freeze makeup, I'd be like,
yeah, it's
so worry about them washing this off later.
That's the problem, right? Is washing it off, and we're lucky enough to have some friends that have done quite a bit of makeup, like Cutie, like Not Possible. I'm forgetting a bunch of other people, but there's a lot of people that have given me tips on preparing my face before putting the makeup on, which is just as important as the makeup. So yeah. Finally, Vegas Cause. This one is also Sunday. This was at 2:30 p.m. in Theater 6. So this one, I believe, is a bigger room. This one is Cost Paid, a working cosplayer's guide to monetization, sponsorships, agencies, and more. So if you want to learn how you can start making money off of being a cosplayer, this is the one you want to check out. And it's too bad we're not there Sunday, because we should be checking this one out, because we need to figure out how to make some freaking money off of this, bud, because holy. Guys, again, Vegas Cause, Sunday, August 24th, 2:30 p.m. in Theater 6. There's a ton of more stuff going on this weekend. There's a bunch of exhibitors. Like we already said, Paramount has quite the crazy booth. I'm sure there are a bunch of other booths. We're not going to go through everything that's happening. There are a bunch of meetups. There's red carpet events. Make sure to go check out Can Cosplay Cards. For those of you that were there last year that bought cards and not followed up, go say hi to Kid. Get your freaking cards because they're dope as hell.
Maybe this is the year that we need to actually get our card done.
Yeah, I've kind of been cooking something special that I haven't really wanted to be talking about because I've been working on some designs and I'm just not happy with what I'm coming up with so far. But, maybe we can talk about it after the show here and you can give you a little better idea what I'm talking about.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to spill any beans just yet because I want to do something a little bit different than cosplay cards.
Okay, something to pay attention to in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you're going to see you on Saturday. If you guys are there this weekend, you're for sure going to bump into Jeff if you go to Steam Whistle. We've already told you that before.
Yeah.
But we'll be there on Saturday. Like I said, we're only there the one day, so I don't think we're going to be in any one spot for very long. So if you want to find us, like I said, check out our Instagram. What's it called?
Stories.
We'll try to post as much as we can in the stories as to where we are, what we're up to, and what is going on. What about you, Rob? Anything? Actually, a couple of other things. Now that I'm thinking about it, we've got Oshawa. Can you move your cursor out of the cell, please, if you don't mind, my good sir? Thank you very much. Oh no, that was it. That's all you had in there. Oshawa Boo Bash. We need to talk about it very quickly. October 18th. I know Oshawa is not in Toronto, and it's for sure out of the way for the people in London. But if you are in the area, or even if you're not and you want to come and have a great time, Oshawa Boo Bash, the only Halloween street festival in Durham region, potentially in Eastern Ontario anyway. I don't know of any other.
As far as I know, I don't know
that's
that anyone's doing this.
Yeah, a Halloween street festival. There's going to be trick-or-treating. There's going to be haunts. There's going to be scare actors. There's going to be vendors. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. It's all going to be Halloween themed.
All day.
Bands all weekend, all day, not all weekend, all day. So if you're going to be there or if you're available, come and check it out. We're going to be there. We're going to have our own little special setup going on for that. And should be a good time.
Yeah.
London,
you want to come hang out, do your horror cosplays?
Yeah.
Come hang out with us.
London Comic Con.
We're going to really ramp up London Comic Con once FANExpo wraps up. It's going to be all about London Comic Con. Yeah.
And episode 200 live on the stage at London Comic Con. Coming at you. Cool. We're working on a way for you guys to be able to interact with us from the show floor. Now, yes, we're going to be live on the internet, or maybe we record it and broadcast it later. I don't know how we're going to do that quite just yet, but either way, the people that are going to be there are actually going to still be able to chat us up and answer questions and do all that stuff. Maybe not all that stuff, but some stuff. We're trying to work this out. We're going to be trying it for the first time, but come and check us out. We don't quite know when that's going to be yet, so make sure you keep an eye out for the schedule. It's going to be a good one. We're going to be doing our regular show.
Can we talk about what I want to do there?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we want to do one of the things that we have the most fun, and I think the audience has the most fun doing, are our top 10s. We've done many of them over the last few years we've been doing this, and we thought, let's see if we can pull off a top 10 live or 200th episode at London Comic Con. And that way we can interact and engage the audience, and you can help us determine the top 10 right there live at London Comic Con.
You guys are going to get to vote on where
it's going to be your top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be your top 10. We're going to see how it shakes down, but you have to be in the audience.
Correct.
To participate in that one. And yeah, we're really looking forward. Hopefully that goes well. Might try to do a dry one next week, the week before of the tech, just to make sure it works. So we'll see what we can come up with, but
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I think that is going to be it, though. Anything else you want to mention before we go?
No. Stay geeky. Can't wait for Saturday. We're going to be there.
Yes, sir.
Probably early all day, having some fun. So keep an eye out for us. We're coming for you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay geeky. We'll see you on Sunday. On Saturday. We'll see you on Saturday.
We just said it, bud. See you Saturday.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Geek Boutique podcast. Like always, if you prefer to listen to us, you can find us on all major podcast platforms. Now, make sure you don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to make sure you never miss an